Now let's look at a difficult question like the question you have right here. This question is difficult because it doesn't look right. You have x's on the left and you have x's on the right. I have minus 2x on the left and I have x on the right. And the right way for any equation to look is to have all the x's on one side and all the numbers on the other side. I ultimately want x to equal a number. So I need to rearrange this equation. I need it to look good. And remember, a number one math rule that you should always use, whatever grade you're in, whatever math problem you're answering, is to always try to rearrange the equation so that it looks right, so that it is clean, neat, and ordered correctly. So here are a few tricks, a few things we can do in order to make this look better. First of all, if you find that the left-hand side has a negative with the x, and the right-hand side has a positive before the x, or nothing because x plus 16 just means positive x plus 16 because we can flip it as 16 plus x, right? X plus 16 is the same as 16 plus x. So the x on the right here is positive. What do I do when I have something like this? There's a little trick here. Remember how we used to move things from one side of the equal sign to the other by changing the sign that came with it? So the plus 3 moves from here to here as minus 3. Remember that? Okay. This is true. To move one thing from one place to the other across the equal sign, across that bridge, we need to flip its sign. However, if we move everything on the left-hand side and bring it to the right-hand side, and at the same time move everything on the right-hand side and bring it to the left-hand side, everything, not just one or two pieces. In this case, we do not change the signs of anything. It's just like saying that x equals 2 or 2 equals x. It's the same thing, okay? Now, in order for it to look better, I want my positives to be on the left and I want any negatives to be on the right. And when I say positives and negatives, I am talking about the variable, the x. So what I can do as a first step is I can just switch the left and right. Remember, this only works if you switch everything on the left and everything on the right. So instead of 10 minus 2x equals, I'm going to keep it equals 10 minus 2x. I moved all of 10 minus 2x to the other side. At the same time, you have to move everything on the right and bring it to the left. So x plus 16 moves to the left. Now it looks better. Why? Because the positive x's, which is the x right here, is on the left. Are on the left, but it's only one, so it is on the left. And the negative x's are on the right. The negative 2x is on the right. One more time, guys, please make sure you understand this. If I just move a part of the equation from one side to the other, I have to change its sign. But if I move the whole left-hand side to the right and the whole right-hand side to the left, I don't change any signs. Okay, now let's take a look. I want to get all my x's on one side. In order to do that, I must get rid of the minus 2x from here and move it to the other side by itself, so that the minus 2x goes on the left, because I want all my x's on the left. Good. Now, minus 2x goes to the other side as plus 2x. Remember, because we're only moving a part, we have to change its sign. Now rewrite. And remember, in math, it's always best to write every step. Don't try to do 2 steps in one line. You'll usually get something wrong. So we rewrite this. x plus 16 plus 2x equals 10. Okay? I got rid of the 2x, negative 2x from the right, moved it to the left, changed its sign to plus 2x. Super? Super. Now what do we need to do? Well, I want only x's on the left, and I want numbers on the right. So I need to get rid of the plus 16 right here. It has to move to the other side of the equal sign. Plus 16 goes to the other side as minus 16. Super. Rewrite again. So x plus 2x, because the plus 16 flew away, equals 10 minus 16. Easy? Super easy. Now what? Let's combine. X plus 2x is 3x equals 10 minus 16 is negative 6. So I have 3x equals negative 6. Okay, I just want x by itself. So what do I need to do? I need to get rid of the 3. What is the meaning of 3x? 3x means 3 times x, which means x times 3. So it moves to the other side as divided by 3. This gives me a new equation, x equals negative 6 divided by 3. Okay, 6 divided by 3 is 2. There's a negative sign, and if there's one negative sign in the division or multiplication, then the answer has to be negative. So the answer is x equals negative 2. Of course, don't forget that you can always, and you should, test your answer. Take x equals negative 2, go to the original question, plug it in, and make sure you get the same answer on the left and on the right. Super? Super.